Hey there, water signs. Welcome back to my channel. This is your full moon in Gemini reading. We have a full moon coming up on December 15th. This is a full moon in Gemini. It is our last full moon of 2024, and it is known as the cold moon. It is said to be the cold moon because the bright moon will light the way through the harsh and dark months of the winter. This is a great time to seek some mental clarity, to find some emotional balance, pay attention to the voice inside your head. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about communication. Particularly focus on how are you talking to yourself? Are you speaking to yourself with kindness, the same way you would a child or your best friend, or are you beating yourself up? If you are beating yourself up, the full moon is also fantastic for letting go, for releasing emotions, for surrendering to your path, and to also forgive ourselves and others. Okay, water signs, let's dive right in. First up, we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Then we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And let's see if we can get just one more theme for the energy of this full moon. What do we have for the water signs? It is just, oh, there we go. And emotions are running high, super moon. Water signs. I think if you're anything like me, where December is typically a time where we all sort of slow down. I think the water signs in particular, we've got a lot of, energies that are affecting us in particular. And I think maybe you've almost doubled down on a project, on getting things done. I feel like you are very focused at this point. So expecting some sort of a change may not be that far fetched. It may actually be something that you are almost expecting. You're not working for a powerful change, but what you are doing, it would be a natural byproduct of that. And I think that that's where the full moon in Taurus card comes in. Whatever you're working on now is like a passion project. It's something that's fueling your soul. It is making you happy. You are enthralled with how you're able to focus on this project. And it could be a personal project, it could be a professional project. It's just something that's really lighting yourself up, and you're noticing that you're showing up to this project differently than you show up or have shown up to other things happening in your life lately. And that could be one of the reasons why emotions are running high. You could be very excited. You're very clearly very passionate about what it is that you're working on. And sometimes when we get in the zone, if we hit speed bumps or we get pulled away from the focus that we want to have, it can be a little bit frustrating. I'm also hearing some of this could be a result of Mars. Mars just recently changed signs about a week ago, and it is coming in hot and heavy. And I know that a lot of my clients have been experiencing emotions that they did not expect, emotions that they were not even aware that they had, sort of coming in a bit of an explosive way. So that could be the case here too. Don't forget, this is a reading for the collective. So if it doesn't resonate, just leave it. I always say if it doesn't fit, don't force it. Okay, let's get a little bit of clarity on the energies for the full moon. And as I am shuffling, if you haven't yet, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so what else do Okay, the water signs need to know. First, we have death, transformation, endings, change, transition, and release. This makes sense to me. The project that you're working on, where you're at, expect powerful change. Any kind of change is going to bring transformation. This is a full moon. This is a time of transition and a time of release. We did talk about that earlier. So this is normal. This is not something to be afraid of. This is actually something that I believe you're looking forward to having some sort of transformation. And this transformation will be related to the passion project that you've been working on, as well as the powerful change that is coming in. Next up, we have the devil, obsession and addiction, toxicity and excess, codependency. I'm hearing immediately two things for this card. One, this could be your energy, right? You can become obsessed with, or I'd rather say, heavily focused on whatever this project is that you're working on, to the point where you may, as water signs, we tend to go, we live in extremes a lot of times. So it may be that you are really spending every waking moment working or thinking about this passion project. And there needs to be balance, right? That's where the toxicity can come in. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You need to make sure that you're eating properly, that you are getting the rest that you need, so that you can show up fully present to work on this project and continue to pour yourself into this project. But we need to be careful. The other message that I got with this card is that this could be somebody on the outside. They could be watching you pour yourself into this project, and it may trigger them. It may rub them the wrong way for whatever reason. If it does, that is a them problem and not a you problem. But a lot of times when people are triggered and they're toxic, they will try to make their problems your problems. So I think that that's just something to keep in the back of your head and be aware of. And lastly, we have the Queen of Cups, compassion and warmth, healer and intuition, supportive and healer. I think that you need to specifically have compassion for yourself in both situations as it would relate to the devil. Compassion for yourself, because if you do go all in an obsessive way, you're going to burn yourself out. And then you're going to want to beat yourself up because you burnt yourself out and you can't keep going. So you need to have compassion for yourself for sure. And the other side of that is, if it is somebody on the outside who is trying to stir up some trouble for you, really by means of like voicing their opinion. Like, I don't feel like they're actually going to stir up trouble. I think that it's just going to be like maybe a verbal confrontation or conversation, something to that effect. If you understand that it's their issues that are causing this conversation or confrontation, then I think that you can afford to have a little bit of compassion for them. You don't have to tolerate bad behavior. You don't have to allow it. You don't have to forgive them for it, but you might find a way to feel compassion for why they are triggered by whatever this situation is. And that's something that they need to work out. That's not something that you need to fix. It's not something that you need to address. You don't even have to announce that you have compassion for them. Having compassion for them is something that you're going to do for yourself, not necessarily for them. Okay, water signs, let's get some closing energies for the full moon in Gemini for you. Okay, first up we have connect. You're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives and to simply be around other people. You're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many ways. To me, if we are connecting with the right people, they're going to lift us up, they're going to fill us up, they're going to energize us. If you're connecting with the wrong people, they are going to drain you. They are going to try to dim your light. They're going to take your energy. I think that this is suggesting that as you continue to move forward and focus on this project, particularly during the energy of the full moon, which is strongest 3 days before and 3 days after, make sure that you're connecting with the right people, the people who are filling you up, not taking away from you. Then we have worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be very easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case, however. You are worthy and you have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. And that very well is going to be related to that devil energy if it is an outside person. It could also be if that devil energy is, you may not feel like you have the opportunity to slow down and make sure that your batteries are recharged. But know that you are worth resting and recharging, and the project will be worth it in the long run. I think if the devil energy is someone outside of you, this confrontation and things that they say to you may have you stopping to question your worth, which is another reason why it would serve you to have compassion for this person without telling them that you have compassion for them. Many times, if people are trying to tear us down, it's because they're trying to build themselves up. You need to remind yourself that you don't deserve that if that's what this outside energy is doing, it's because they don't feel like they are worth it. And the fact that you know that you are is what is triggering and threatening them. And then lastly, we have jump in. You're being asked to take a chance, give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. This is absolutely in relation to that project that you're working on. Just know, keep taking steps forward. If you get to a point in the project where you feel like you're complete and there is a next step and you hesitate on the next step, this is the universe telling you to jump and the net will appear. This is meant for you. You're so passionately aligned with whatever this situation is that you would be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't leap into the opportunity. And if you're connecting with your tribe and they are filling you up and they are allowing you and helping you to shine your light, it should be a lot easier to jump in going forward. All right, water signs, I hope you have an excellent full moon. Until next time.